You know what's so crazy? This is now what the second time I've had somebody reach out to me right recently and try and speak to me in a way as if they're trying to get me to change the way I speak about them. We had Natalie do it, and now we've got Danielle. But before we get into exactly what Danielle had to say to me, please, we are on our road to 50k before the end of the month. We've got 11 days left. Get subscribing, tell a friend, tell a family member, share with all the people that you know. Come on now, let's make it happen. And also like the video. But with that being said though, let's get into exactly what Danielle had to say. Now, I will give a little bit of background. As of late, I did make a video regarding Scott and Danielle. The video was about how Scott had now, reported Danielle to the police. And in that video, obviously, I spoke about Scott's behavior and also the fact that obviously Riley had gone to meet Scott to try and give him some sort of support. But in that situation, Danielle decided to come in the comment section and let it be known to everybody that, hey, Scott is not a guy that should really be checked up on purely because he's somebody that has been abusive to herself along other people. Now, of course, in that video, I also spoke a little bit about how there was an episode, there was a scene, okay, that clearly Danielle was forgot about, where she does explain that Johan isn't her first person that she's ever, seeked from the Caribbean, from the Dominican Republic, you see what I'm saying? And for some bizarre reason, she decided to message me, trying to tell me, well, we're going to get into that now. So, I'm going to read this off my phone though, but it's going to be a little bit big and easier for me to read, okay, rather than read it from the screen. But she starts off here by saying, she said hi to me, all that kind of stuff. Show me the video that she was obviously wanted to talk to me about. And then obviously she says to me, I just want to say I don't engage with any blogger other than Linda. I don't know who that is. Largely because she always asks for comments and looks for evidence to support whatever she's publishing. Interesting, isn't it? Basically trying to tell me how I should be doing. So basically I should come to you for permission. All right, cool. I won't do that. I look briefly at some of the other things you've created and I don't hate you. I could care less. I don't do things to be liked or hate. I do it because at the end of the day, I just want to say what I think. And people that like that stuff, come here to subscribe, help us get 50k, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Come on now. I just ask that you be careful with the language and making assumptions because you can perpetrate a narrative that's dangerous and not rooted in evidence. I'll explain. Oh, you explain, will you now? Okay, I didn't realize I was a freaking child, but okay, let's get into it. You said something to the effect of the fact that I wanted another Caribbean notch on my belt. Okay, not sure if that's the exact language, which is interesting because if you know that's not the exact language that I use, then why go with it? Because I know what I said, and I said it based on something that you actually said. And I never said you wanted another Caribbean for starters. All I said is she has a history of obviously going for men from the Caribbean. That's that. I never said you wanted another one, but we'll continue. But it struck me because it supports the idea that I'm a sex tourist hunting for a dumb black man. Interesting. She probably decided to talk about the whole dumb black man purely because I said that when she was with Johan, it seemed as if, and I'm not the only person that thought this, it seemed as if she purposely was looking for a younger black man, or a younger man, should I say. I didn't even say black man, to be honest. So the fact that she went with the narrative of black man, yeah, that's a bit too precise, isn't it? Because I never said nothing about race. But anyway, what I do remember saying is that when it comes to Danielle, it seems as if her relationship with Johan was based on the fact that she wanted somebody that she can control. Simple as 1, 2, 3. But hey, I guess that translates to a black man. But we can all look at that how we want to look at it. And also to talk about this whole thing about sex tourists. What the hell? When did I say that she goes out to Caribbean to seek a man to just basically give her what she wants in the bedroom all the time? I never said that. I never even insinuated that. I just made a general comment. But again, like I said, some people are just trying to, make me feel bad and try to control how I say things. This is the thing in life. Some people forget that there is a way how we are meant to communicate to one another. And if you aren't able to communicate with someone properly, how the hell is somebody going to take you seriously? And Danielle is just like Scott, another example of somebody who portrayed themselves in a certain way on the show and also continue to do that off air. The only difference between her and Scott is that she's admitted that, hey, the things that go on the show are things that are real. They just edit it in a certain way. So I give her respect for that. I give her credit for that. But anyway, we continue. It's a trope and an assumption with no evidence to support it. I mean, you said it, but okay, whatever. Well, to be fair, the whole sex tourist thing, I never said that, so I don't need no evidence for something that I never said and I never insinuated. There are actual sex tourists and an industry that supports this behavior. Okay, and conflating the two, even in jest, just takes away from the seriousness of what actually goes on. Again, no idea why she's telling me these things, because none of these things was ever in any one of my videos ever. Never ever called her some sort of predator. Go out there, da 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 da. Never said those things. So why she's going around this route of something that I never said blows my mind. But anyway, we continue. Let's see where we at. Let's see. I don't waste my time correcting all the ways I'm attacked, but you're correcting yourself right now. And I never attacked you. I literally just said things based on what you say. And I've literally said things based on what we all think. Simple as that. But I've never said anything about you being some sort of tourist. I don't know if anyone else has, but I know I haven't. So don't project what someone else may have said to you onto moi. You know what I'm saying? And project what I actually said, not what I didn't say. But anyway, but again, you're not an idiot. I know I'm not. That's why I chose to not respond to your message, because it was not conducted in a respectful way, if you ask me. Now, I'm not saying that I'm respectful when I make videos about you, but I'm just saying, if you want to contact me to make a point, do it properly. Do it professionally. Don't do it as Danielle, the one on the show. But anyway, I don't think you aim to target people unjustly. I definitely don't. My target is very. And you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. Some people, I guess, who are on the show, they must think that I make videos because I'm trying to target them, as if I'm trying to bring them down. When in reality, what they're not realizing is that the videos that I make, right, are based on the fact that they are somewhat, shall I say, my guinea pigs. Let me make it. I'll explain. Yes, I will explain. When I say that, what I mean is, like, I have so many views in life of the things that I believe people should and should not do. And I have so many views in life of things that people think that I feel like people should look out for if they are ever in these situations. And the thing is this, 90 Day Fiance is a show that provides us, okay, with people in relationships, and we are able to see so many red flags. So what I do is I point out the red flags, and then I say, hey guys, I hope you guys can watch out for these red flags. But also at the same time, though, because I'm relating it to the people that I'm seeing, I'll also say, this is why Daniel should have never done that, or Johan should have never done this. You know what? That was a good thing. This is why Junior shouldn't do that. This is what I'm saying. So sometimes maybe if some of these people who watch me actually paid attention, I'm talking about the cast members, if they actually paid attention to how I say things, they would realize that what I say is never a direct attack on them. It is not attack in any kind of way. It is me literally saying to people, hey, you see these things here? These are things we should watch out for. And I also say that even though some of these things are probably not actually true to the story, that these things are done for our own entertainment, it doesn't mean that these things don't still happen in real life. And if you're somebody that goes through any one of these things, let me tell you, these are the things you should look out for. And people have a choice whether they want to take my advice or not, whether they want to listen to me or not. But hey, I guess for Danielle and people like Scott, they see it as a freaking attack. That's okay. Do what you gotta do. That was all. Look at that. Don't you just love the ending there? That was all. Oh, that was all, really? Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy. That's all. Stay blessed in your travels. Oh, now you want to be nice to me. You want to end it with a soft little touch. It's a dope life. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about this. Why did I not reply? I mean, I did. I just hearted it. I was going to be passive aggressive and give a thumbs up, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying, okay? And the reason why I decided to heart it rather than respond is because, you see, I'm able to identify when somebody is trying to create a problem that doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? There was one or two ways this could have gone. It's either one, I don't respond at all, and I just leave it as is, and then I do what I'm doing right now. Or two, I do respond, and then it becomes a tit for tat conversation, and I'm still doing what I'm doing here. But here's the thing, though. I'm not stupid enough, as Daniel said, I'm not an idiot, to put myself in a position where now I want to start going back and forth, tick for tack, with somebody who's come at me in a way that is, in my opinion, pointless. You know, there is minimal things that she said in that statement that relate to me in terms of what I've said. Literally, there's only one thing, to be fair with you, and that was probably, if I go back to the actual message itself in particular so I can see it more clearer, if there was only one thing that I could only really respond to, okay, was literally the part of me talking about, I guess, the Caribbean, notch on the belt thing, whatever, because that's the only thing that I actually could, correct, shall I say. But the thing that really disappointed me the most, my post that I made around Scott, Danielle, and Riley at the time, okay, the post that I made was actually in defense to her. You see what I'm saying? It was actually supporting, not defense, sorry, it was actually supporting what she said, okay? And if anything, I was expecting for her to maybe reach out to me. When I realized that she reached out to me, I was expecting and hoping that she was going to say, hey, these are the things that maybe went down with Scott. This is why I said what I said, because in my video, I did speak about, obviously, we have never had evidence of, necessarily of Scott doing the things that Danielle said he did behind the scenes, okay? How he made other women uncomfortable, how he was abusive in certain ways. So I personally thought that she was coming to tell me a story about how Scott is actually this guy and this is what he did. But instead of, actually talking to me about the real point of my video, she decided to talk about herself. And it's funny because many times people have definitely called her out for being a narcissist. You see what I'm saying? Or at least having those narcissistic traits. So can somebody please explain to me, and trust me, this is rhetorical because I know nobody can explain this to me, but maybe you can, or you never know. But can somebody please explain to me in this situation right here, how do we go from me talking about me making a video regarding about how Danielle said that Scott is abusive, and how I supported that, but in the same time, I also hold it accountable for, the way she's been too, and obviously put the similarities together, right? How comes you focus more on me talking about the similarities between her and him and the whole going and looking for a certain type of person? How comes you prioritize that over exactly what the root issue is? She talks about how sex tourist is this, da. I never spoke about that. I don't need to talk about something I didn't speak about. So let's have a real conversation. Why are we not talking about the actual thing that actually happened? And that's the part where you said Scott was somebody that was abusive towards you and other people. That's what you said. Stay on topic. Don't deflect the conversation. Like you said, I'm not an idiot. So why are you even deflecting it to now you're trying to put me in a position where you're trying to make me feel like XYZ? Like, rah, are you crazy? Don't answer that question because, hey, you know the answer to that one because clearly your response gave us that, if you dig what I'm saying. So the question still remains, if Danielle decides to come across this video here, what I want to know is this. Why are we talking about the real problem? And the real problem is what you said, and that is that Scott is abusive. So how about you give us more context on those things, so at least therefore we are able to understand him more. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, and we are able to understand what you were saying, and we're able to have evidence. Let's talk about evidence. She talks about how I say things without evidence. Again, I said nothing about sex tourists, so therefore I need no evidence. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and like I said before, there's definitely a video of Danielle talking about Joanne was not her first person in the Caribbean. I don't know if this was on social media or if this was actually on the show, but it happened, right? Anybody who's seen it will know exactly what I'm talking about. So that is evidence there, me and other people that have seen it. So again, what I've said has evidence behind it. So what we would like to know is the evidence behind what you said towards Scott. And this isn't me trying to defend Scott. Hell freaking no. What I'm saying is that is the conversation that we should be having, not this stupid conversation of something that I never said and I never insinuated. Create a narrative all you like. And it's funny because she talks about a narrative that I created. What? A narrative that I may create. Right, okay. Well, I never did that. It's a narrative that you've now created in your head because, you're trying to be superior. You're trying to talk to me as if I'm Johan. You're trying to talk to me as if I'm a child. You're trying to talk to me as if you're better than me. You're trying to talk to me like you're smarter than me. Are you crazy? Don't answer that question. Like you said, I'm not an idiot. Yo, that laugh is creepy, man. I need to stop doing that. Okay, now that was on purpose. Nonetheless, though, I want to know what you guys think, okay? Do you think that I'm in the wrong? Or do you think Danielle's in the wrong? Or do you think it's fair on both sides? Let me know what you're thinking. But if you haven't seen my previous video before this regarding Scott calling the police on Danielle, I recommend you watch that one. And that will give you context on how we got to this freaking DM. That was literally, in my opinion, a waste of freaking time. But content for me, so I am happy. Nonetheless, though, 50K, let's make it happen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace.